Welcome to Trading Lounge and the gold silver report for Wednesday the 14th of July, and starting with gold here on the daily chart, we're looking at wave 3 over here with simple ABC correction as wave 4, and then wave 1 to the upside. We're also looking at wave 2 pulling back to the 61.8% roughly, and then what we're looking for next is support on top of the 1800. So it does appear that, we are gaining some gravity on support on the 1800, which is what we've been looking for. Now, above the 1800, we want to find support on 1810 and 1830 because we're moving up through group 1. It does appear that we've got an impulse wave in this direction. So we've just been really looking for a correction here. And I think that we're done. It hasn't pulled back to the 61.8%. So that's sort of like leaving space for it to occur. But the more that it gets support on this number 1810, the better off we are. And also, once it gets to 1830, we'll be free from that point. We do need to be a little bit mindful because, wave 2s are normally sharp and swift anyway, but this is a little bit sort of sharp. So what's the risk of further downside in all of this? Well, we could end up with a simple I'm just sort of shooting the breeze here a little bit, a simple ABC to the 61.8% mark, which is around the 1850, and then come down again. How far we come down is another question. Do we come down for a third wave? Do we come down for a C wave? So an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave over here, and wave 2 goes over here. My point being is that we really need to be careful here based on how fast that came down here. And it's not like when you first look at this, it looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks impulsive, doesn't it? So we need to be a little bit careful about that. We've got it as an A and a B and a C, and it works fine, but we just need to be careful about this. So even though we're maybe launching off into outer space here with this, don't get too excited. We would need that 61.8% at the 1850 as support. So when we track 5 waves up here, if we move up here and we get 5 waves up here, we'll need to be very careful about that point up there, okay? Just saying at that point. Now we can cruise into the intraday and start checking. So this has been our thing here. So let's get this into perspective. So wave 1 here, an A wave, an A, B, C for the B wave, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for this. And we called the low in, and we've been tracking the 5 waves up, and then we wanted to get support on the 1800, and it's there, but it's not, it hasn't sort of popped off into new highs yet. So we can work with 1800 as a minor level in terms of the trading levels. And then we go 10, 20 and 30. So the 30s, well, obviously it's a long way off, but 20 and 10, getting support on on 10 to start with is just fantastic. It hasn't got support there yet. It's trying to. This box here, it hasn't pulled back down to this box here. So that's a little bit of a concern. But the correction itself as an A and a B and a C is okay. It's a bit dodgy, this first wave going up here as well. To go long on the 4-hour chart here for longer term traders, this would be taking that second high out there. That would be the long trade, the safe long trade for the longer term traders. We have a position down here and a few in here and so on. But so just sort of recapping a bit, it has not pulled back to its 50-60%, and it could do that. It could be an ABC here for the A. Well, the trouble with a wave 2, it should be a zigzag. So an ABC, and the A wave should be 5 waves here, and then 3 waves, and then 5 waves. So we've got that. That's why I feel comfortable. It just hasn't pulled back down to where it is. But we're at 18, and 18's the third. 8 is the third strongest number. 158. It's really holding it there nicely for that. Let's just continue to cruise in and check on this. So this is how I've got it here: 1, an A and a B and a C, and I've got 5 waves here. So I'm kind of happy with that. But my wave 1 up here is, I've I've seen better with that, and I'm not quite sure. But you can also see here too visually that we're trying to get support on the 8, and you know, we had to go through to finish these structures off first. But now, you know, we need to be heading up there now for that. We need that 1810 as the support. So it's kind of like we've had the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and then we've got some sort of thing going on here. So we really need to get up there and sit on there for that. So that's what we're looking at. But what sort of haunts me is that this box here is the 50-60%. We haven't been back down here yet, you know. So do we come down? I don't know. So we just got to see, buy new highs. That's all I can say at this point for that. And let's just check out GDX before we check out silver. Actually, I'll just see if I go to the tick chart just to have a little poke around in here for a second or two. 10,000 should be it. Yeah, see from the top here, we've got a nice A wave here. It's nice and sharp. And then we've got the B wave here, which is good. And then we've got the C wave here, which is fine. So we've got that. But then we've got this dodginess here, which we probably have to look at this as 1 and 2 here, and somewhere in 3 and here, and ABC for 4 here, and then somehow up for 5 here. I don't know what to make of this just yet in here. Yeah, there's a few things here. But yeah, look, all I can say is just visually next time, I mean, it's given us a hard time across here, but as things move through time and space, and it does it again over here, then it'd be a stronger case for being long over here because we've already been through all of this, you know. So yeah, anyway, look to build on. You could probably build in, instead of 15 up here, you could build in on micro group 1. So that would be 13 here, number 3. So you could look for support on 3, 18, 13, and build in on that. You just got to be careful about that high, that low here, and 61.8% at that point. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out in that regard. Let's just check on. So GDX hasn't really done a lot from the low here. This is a daily chart. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for 1, and we've got an A and a B and a C wave here. I'm a bit reluctant about it, to be honest. I mean, it's not a really good ABC because of the relationship of length between wave A and wave C. So we could end up with something calling all this the A wave here, then going to the B wave, and then going to the C wave. I don't know yet. We don't even have anything sort of healthy looking to go up here yet. So as an A wave here, B wave here, and then looking down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, and I've got this as a fourth wave here. So I'm still looking really for one more little low to come in here. I mean, I may be wrong, but it's kind of what I'm looking for. We'll see how that plays out. I mean, that's a good case for 5 waves up here with an A and a B and a C wave here, but I mean, it needs to stay above this low here. But what you can do, if you can get a classic trading levels pattern sitting on 35, right, then that would be above the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, so it'll be above the 38.2. So a classic trading levels pattern sitting on 35 is what you're looking for. So you know what that is and what that means. So that's it could be something nice and simple like this, just sits, that's 35 across here, just sits there nicely and takes that high out and that high out over here, or it drops below the level, which is more common. So 35 across here, the arrival, which we've got the reaction. We're looking for the first high above the level and then a corrective move and then finding support. That trigger you can go long on. If you can get a second one, that's good. If you can get a third one, that's even better, of course. So that's what we need that's what we need for GDX to go long. Otherwise, it's a good case for another little move down through here for that. US dollar's still pushing up as well. Still got one more little high to make for the US dollar. And that brings us to silver, and with silver here off the low, we were looking at this as 1 and 2 in here, and 3 and 4, and then going up for 5 here, for 1 here, an A and a B and a C for wave 2 here. This can also count as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the A wave, and then a B wave here, and then a C wave here. So in terms of going long in silver again, we can go over here for that, but we just need to be aware that this could be counted up as bullish here, but it would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, have to be up for 1, back for 2, up for 1, back for 2. If it takes this low out here, if it takes that low out, then we're going to be looking down here further for that. And that would look a little bit like, if I just go to the 100 ticks and just check on that for a moment, and bear with me. So, yeah, the one that we've got wave 2 here, then we've got wave 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the A wave, an A, B, C for the B wave here, and then down for the C wave here. The C wave will take us down a little bit lower here as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So we can call that up for 1 and back for 2 and up for 1 here and back for 2, but it's sort of grasping at straws a little bit, I have to say. So we need to be careful, but you can buy new highs. That's the thing with silver. We've always been really waiting for it to get onto the 2650, and it's just not getting there just yet for that. I think we need to also have a look at the bigger picture for this. We were at the hourly chart, I think, for just then, looking at that in this way. So we've got 1 up here and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 building to the upside here. But if we just go way out here for a moment and go to a weekly chart, and let's just shoot the breeze for a moment over this. So there's no problem in looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 here and 3 here. You could even put this as a, this whole thing may be a corrective rally. If that is the case, we could call that wave A in that case. And then we could have some sort of wave B over here. I mean, it's possible, bit of a long shot, but it's just good to acknowledge these things. Even so, if we still looked at this as wave 3 here, and then we line it up with a wave 4 here on this low in line with gold, that would make it sort of as an A and a B and a C wave here for wave 4. And then we're looking up for wave 1 and back for wave 2 here. And then we're also looking for a little wave 1 and 2 in there. Apart from the spike here, as I keep mentioning, I don't particularly sort of get into spikes that much, but I mean, to me, this looks like a little A, B, and C here, really for this to this high here for that. So I really think that this should be sitting on top here. Well, a little bit more of a rearrange from this. So I should have used a smaller one, so I might just anyway, from this low here, all of this is the A wave here, and then here we look for an A wave, a B wave in 3, and a C wave here. So really this B wave comes in and sits over here for that. So as an A wave here, an A and a B and a C wave here, because that spike was just the Wall Street bet people. So it wasn't even from this low here to this high here. We need to count 5 waves. So you could look at that as the 3rd wave top, and then a 4th wave and a 5th wave. I've been through all of that, so I don't need to go through it again. But if that is a B wave over here, then this puts this down here as a bigger bearish picture here, because we'd have to look at this as wave 1 here and 2 here and 3, 4, and 5 as a C wave here for this. So this is a little bit concerning. So an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here, and then up from that point. So we just got to be careful here. Obviously, if the $25 here becomes the resistance, then that will be that's what we'll be looking at. And obviously, that's going to put gold back down lower as well. So look, it's probably not the case, but it does need mentioning, because there's a real possibility for that. But otherwise, like gold, we'll just look at this as wave 1 here and back for wave 2, and we'll just keep working this low here and just see how it sort of shapes up. But like I mentioned, the safe trade is at 26.50, so we need 26.50 as the support. pretty much that simple, really. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.